Hey guys, I'm actually super busy making photo booth enclosures, but I was thinking this afternoon while driving about how back in the day we would basically accept jobs from bad customers because we didn't know any better. We kind of just wanted all the jobs that we could get, and well, we paid the price dearly. So I'm gonna give you the formula that we use to spot bad customers. Now, this kind of gives these kind of people a bad name because to some extent being thorough and giving people concrete instructions isn't anything bad in itself. But if a customer has, and this really, just a short prelude here, this really only applies for residential customers. It gets tricky and different for institutions, for commercial customers, etc. But for residential customers, if a residential customer has essentially more than one demand, that's a big red flag. And the more demands that they have on your company, the more that kind of picks up all the red flags. And what do I mean by that? I mean, for example, if a customer wants you to come on the weekend, if the customer wants you to use a specific entrance, perhaps, if the customer then wants a discount, a customer is demanding that they be there, for example, when you come and show up. Are these things sounding familiar? Yeah, well, that's because these are the telltale signs of a bad customer, especially if they have multiple demands on your business. When you hear these things, when you hear multiple demands, that's when it's time to maybe go to another place, especially if you're decently busy. You can take the risk when you're starting up and just learn what I mean by that. But certainly when we were first starting, we would take on all these customers, and we quickly learned that we don't want that kind of customer. That just becomes trouble. For some reason, a lot of these types of customers have a complaint afterwards for whatever reason, typically for something that has nothing to do with anything. For example, one customer said that when we were transporting chairs into the yard, their soffit, which was 10 feet up into the air, was somehow damaged. It was the craziest thing ever. And that customer, I remember specifically, had a lot of demands. So if possible, my suggestion is avoid customers that have a lot of demands, residential customers. Now, if you guys have any stories about that, leave it in the comments. I want to know what your thoughts are in regards to that, and we'll catch you next time.